The film is based on a true story about a man named Christopher Gardner. Gardner has invested heavily in a device known as a bone density scanner. He feels like he has it made selling these devices. However, they do not sell well as they are marginally better than X-ray at a much higher price. As Gardner works to make ends meet, his wife leaves him and he loses his apartment. Forced to live out in the streets with his son, Gardner continues to sell bone density scanners while concurrently taking on an unpaid internship as a stockbroker, with slim chances for advancement to a paid position. Before he can receive pay, he needs to outshine the competition through 6 months of training and sell his devices to stay afloat. Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to review the 2006 American biographical and motivational drama film, The Pursuit of Happyness. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon, so you never miss my future videos. The story of the film begins in the year 1981 with a character named Chris Gardner. He lives in San Francisco and works as a salesman, invested his entire life savings in portable bone density scanners. He goes from hospital to hospital and demonstrates to doctors and pitches as a handy improvement over standard X-rays. These scanners play a vital role in Chris's life. While he is able to sell most of them, the time lag between the sales and his growing financial demands enrages his already bitter and alienated wife Linda, who works as a hotel maid. The financial instability increasingly erodes their marriage, in spite of them caring for Christopher Jr., their soon-to-be 5-year-old son. While Gardner is trying to sell one of the scanners, he meets Jay Twistle, a lead manager and partner for Dean Witter Reynolds, and impresses him by solving a Rubik's Cube during a taxi ride. After Jay leaves, Gardner lacks the money to pay the fare and chooses to run instead, causing the driver to angrily chase him into a BART station. Gardner boards a train but loses one of his scanners in the process. His new relationship with Jay earns him the chance to become an intern stockbroker. The day before the interview, Gardner grudgingly agrees to paint his apartment so as to postpone being evicted due to his difficulty in paying the rent. While painting, Gardner is greeted by 2 policemen at his doorstep, who take him to the station, stating he has to pay for the numerous parking tickets he has accumulated. As part of the sanction, Gardner is ordered to spend the night in jail instead, complicating his schedule for the interview the next morning. Gardner manages to arrive at Dean Witter's office on time, albeit still in his shabby clothes. Despite his appearance, he impresses the interviewers and lands an unpaid internship. He would be amongst 20 interns competing for a paid position as a stockbroker. Gardner's unpaid internship does not please Linda, who eventually leaves for New York, because she might get a job at her sister's boyfriend's new restaurant. After Gardner bluntly tells her that she is incapable of being a single parent, she agrees that Christopher will remain with Chris. Gardner is further set back when his bank account is garnished by the IRS for unpaid income taxes, and he and Christopher are evicted. He ends up with less than $22, resulting in them being homeless, and they are forced at one point to stay in a restroom at a BART station. Other days, he and Christopher spend nights at a homeless shelter, in BART, or if he manages to procure sufficient cash, at a hotel. Later Gardner finds the bone scanner that he lost in the BART station earlier and after repairing it, sells it to a physician, thus completing all sales of his scanners. Disadvantaged by his limited work hours, and knowing that maximizing his client contacts and profits is the only way to earn the broker position, Gardner develops a number of ways to make phone sales calls more efficiently, including reaching out to potential high-value customers, defying protocol. One sympathetic prospect, Walter Ribbon, who is a top-level pension fund manager, even takes Gardner and his son to a San Francisco 49ers game where he befriends some of Walter's friends who are also potential clients. Regardless of his challenges, he never reveals his lowly circumstances to his colleagues, even going so far as to lend one of his bosses, Mr. Frome, $5 for cab fare, a sum that he cannot afford. Gardner also studies for and aces the stockbroker license exam. As he concludes his last day of internship, he is summoned to a meeting with the partners. Mr. Frum notes he is wearing a new shirt, to which Gardner explains he thought it appropriate to dress for the occasion on his last day. Mr. Frum smiles and says he should wear another one tomorrow, letting him know he has won the coveted full-time position and reimburses him for the previous cab ride. Fighting back tears, Gardner shakes hands with the partners, then rushes to his son's daycare to embrace Christopher. They walk down the street, joking with each other, and are passed by the real Chris Gardner, in a business suit. The epilogue reveals that Gardner went on to form his own multi-million-dollar brokerage firm. The movie gives us a lesson that determination is that you can accomplish anything you need, if you invest sufficient effort and do not surrender even when times are hard. You can see this all through the film when Chris Gardner keeps running from place to put just to be there on time. The vast majority in the situation of Chris Gardner would simply give up, but he demonstrates that you can leave being homeless, unsuccessful, and unhappy and turn out to be actually the opposite. Thanks for watching.